Hey, welcome to another video. This video we're going to talk about why it's just as masculine to be a guy that's into being sexually submissive naturally, or being sexually dominant. Why does it make you any less of a man? This is something that I struggled with and continue to struggle with. First step for all of you guys out there is to have awareness, to admit that you struggle with that shame. If you do, if you don't, that's amazing. I'm happy for all of you. For those of you who do, let's go into it. So, and in a future video will be about why it's just as feminine to be someone who's into being sexually dominant if you're a woman versus sexually submissive if you struggle with that. So, masculinity is not a single behavior. It's about traits like confidence, self-awareness, integrity, and being in control of yourself, not necessarily about dominating others. And a man, you can express your submission because it can require courage, self-knowledge, and emotional strength. So for me, definitely required courage because most people reject it. Most people ridicule it. Most people don't respect it, etc. From my experience. One of those are all of the above, except other non-positive things. 2, choice and authenticity matter. Choosing to embrace your natural desires rather than pretending to be something you're not itself is a strong masculine trait. So owning your sexuality and preferences reflects self-assurance. 3, submission requires strength. So if you think that the submissive is the one that's not in control, you're actually not correct. A submissive is the one that gets to decide what the dominant is allowed to engage in. And they are the ones that they're the ones that control the scene. They can say, okay, no more, I don't want to continue. And really, the submissive is the one in control. 4, masculinity is context dependent. Dominance and submission are roles in specific context, parentheses, sexual or otherwise. They don't define your overall identity. A man can be submissive in one context and assertive, protective, or leadership-oriented in other aspects of life. So think of a man that, anytime a man, just think about it, the white shining armor, right? Or a man that he gets down on one knee in a it's a submissive type of way. Will you be my wife? Will you let me protect you, right? Will you let me be your white shining armor? That you don't have to be sexually dominant in order to protect, provide, etc. Other ways of being assertive. It's not required for you to be sexually dominant in order to do those things. And so, that's another really important thing to keep in mind in order to help if you struggle with this identity that submission of any context isn't masculine. It's not true. That unhealthy, toxic masculinity that was ingrained in all of us, or most of us, those things, that's not true. So keep those things in mind. I'm going to put that in the captions below. There's more to it, and I'll add what I can in the captions. And until next video.